Hello everybody, Nathan Baird from the Journal Courier with our over-back recap of Purdue's 69-60 home loss to Maryland here at Mackey Arena. And actually, rather than going over and back and looking at this game, I want to kind of look forward, back over the whole 2 weeks and then forward to what's next, because Purdue being 2-2 out of these 4 games, I don't know if that's necessarily a surprise. I think people thought maybe that was best case scenario for them. You get 2 home wins, one of them being a Michigan team that's down but a traditional power. You get a competitive road loss at Wisconsin. You get a competitive road loss here at the number 11 against the number 11 team in the country. I know that's not this team being 10-7 overall at this point is not in a good position, especially considering some of the non-conference losses that they suffered. But there's still an opportunity here, and I think it starts. I think next Saturday on the road at Penn State is a huge game for this team. Remember last year when they had to go on the road to Penn State, when they had to go on the road to Northwestern, when they had to go on the road to Minnesota. I think there were others. I mean, these were all winnable games that were there for them, and they got away, either in overtime, either with just bad play in the second half, either getting down too much and not being able to come back. This year, in order to complete this turnaround, they've got to find a way to come out on top in those games. They can't really afford, after you've already lost to North Florida and Gardner-Webb here at home, you can't afford to let those games get away in the conference season. You're going to have to maybe overachieve a little bit in the conference season. And not that necessarily going on the road and winning at Penn State is an overachievement for this team, but this conference is so rugged, this conference is so tough that you can't take those kinds of games for granted. I don't think this team will. I think this team knows the position they're in, and they're going to be, I think, fairly hungry to get that win now that they've experienced some others early on. And they know what's at stake. They know that they stubbed their toe in the non-conference, and they know that the only way for this team to reach any kind of postseason goals is they're going to have to go on the road and win games like Saturday at Penn State. And I think it's going to start defensively. They played so well defensively in those first 2 games. And these last 2 games, even though the score's been down, talk to Painter, talk to the coach, the players after the games and during the week. They're admitting we're not there defensively these last 2 games. We're behind plays. We're fouling too much. That's obvious. They've sent opponents to the free throw line 62 times in the last 2 games. Defensively is where this team's going to have to turn things around, and it's going to have to start Saturday at Penn State.